Diaochan Commander Spotlight. I have tested her in the ruins. I have used her in the ruins and she's doing amazing. I'm gonna show the battle reports in this video. I'm gonna talk everything there is to know about Diaochan. I'm very hyped about the commanders and I can tell you one thing. If I didn't had 23 max legendaries, Diaochan would have been part of my 5 marches on the battlefield. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today I'm going to talk everything there is to know about Diaochan. I'm very hyped about the commander. I'm super happy about Diaochan performance. So I'm going to go more into details about pairings. I'm also going to show reports and battle footage. Exactly like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if I didn't have 23 max legendary, Diaochan would have been part of my army. The main important thing about Diaochan is how to obtain her, right? Because she is a Dynasty Warriors 9 type of commander. She's only going to be available for a very short amount of time, well, kind of 2 months, which is not so short, but still, after that, she might not be available into the game. So whoever managed to get her until then, that's gonna be it. You can go into her skills, and once you get into her skills, it shows you Universal Sculptures, Event, and Intriguing Dancer bundle. So you need the 10 sculptures, either from the event or from the bundle. If you click on the event, it takes you to the Dance of Friendship event, which is a very easy event. Trust me. All you have to do is just a couple of tasks, 2000 minutes that you need to spend, purchase from the courier station, kill some barbarians, kill some forts. And the most hard thing regarding this is that you have to wait 7 days. And you're gonna get 10 sculptures of Diaochan and you will be able to max her. I didn't want to wait and I bought the bundle. You have it over here. It's a $5 or a £5 bundle, something like that, depending which country you're on, and you just get the sculpture because I just really wanted to try her out. I really have a lot of high hopes. And after testing her on the battlefield, my hopes were rewarded. Epic commanders are very easy to upgrade in Rise of Kingdoms. It takes about 440 universal sculptures of the epic ones to be able to max her skills. And notice that she is already maxed. Don't make any worries about how hard it's going to be to upgrade her. The only thing that might be a little bit hard is going to be to get her to level 60, but she is integration, peacekeeping, and support, meaning that she is going to be as a second in command. That's how I advise her, that's how I used her, and that's how you should use her, as a second in command. You need her expertise if you're thinking how to upgrade her skills. When it comes to epic, you need to expertise them. I mean, you see already that I have all the epics expertise, and like me, it's probably the majority of players in Rise of Kingdoms that are playing for a while. Let's say 6 months into the game, 8 months into the game, you'll have all the epics upgraded. This is not something that you should make worries. The only one that you might not have upgraded, because you notice that I don't have upgraded, is Keira. She is amazing, but you can get her from an event which kind of gives you options to buy way more interesting stuff like materials and speed ups, which I prefer more over Keira sculptures. That's just my choice because some players just max her out, but that was their choice from the event. That's from the Ceroli Assault or Ceroli Crisis event. One of them is the 4-man one. Regarding her talents, the best way I can show you her talents is on Lohar. Lohar has integration, peacekeeping, and support. This is the only talent tree that will work on her. Any other talent trees that you want to make, you want to use her first for Sunset Canyon purposes. There's a lot of epic commanders much better equipped and much better suited to be first. You don't really need to bother with her except peacekeeping. Use her as a second in command. She's really amazing as a second in command, and just keep this talent tree on her so you can kill barbarians very easy and with a lot of healing and restorations and so on, the stuff that you usually need on a peacekeeping commander. Which is the pairings that she will work most? For example, you might be in a very new kingdom, and if you don't know about a pair, you can check Pelagius Commander Spotlight. Is Pelagius and Double C a very well-known pair? Once you maxed out the primary skill of Double C, Pelagius and Double C, they are doing very great together. It's the amount of healing both have together, the rage restoration both have together, both serving calves, increasing attacks or defense. On Pelagius situation, a little bit of defense. On Cav, makes them a very defensive pair, and a very useful pair for the field battle. I talk more on Pelagius Commander Spotlight. I do these Commander Spotlights about each and every commander. That's something you want to check, because Pelagius is really amazing. I would say that Pelagius and Diaochan, they can be a very nice pair for a starting in a new kingdom or as a starting pair. If you don't have double C, or you can maybe put double C second to someone else, like second to Babers, for example, or you can keep your Pelagius and double C pair, which is a well-made pair. Everyone knows it is very well made. And you can do Babers and Diaochan. And that's going to be a really great pair. You'll have AoE, and then you'll have attack defense from Diaochan. You'll have a little bit of healing from Diaochan, and you'll have the amazing damage factor from Diaochan, which might sound very crazy, but when you're gonna see the footage from the reports, it might just blow your mind how much damage she does. Another very interesting pair with Diaochan is with Sansu. A well-known pair with Sansu is AOG Moondog, because right at the beginning of the kingdom you don't have legendaries, you don't have max legendaries, right? Or even later on, you're probably still using Sansu and a lot of the epic commanders. If you put Diaochan second to Sansu, I can guarantee you that you will do a lot more damage. Diaochan brings you a little bit of healing, brings you some defense as well, because AOG also increase attack and defense, right? So not losing your defense and your attack. The only thing that you're losing is the 100% damage for the next turn. The whole point about doing a lot of damage on the battlefield is having direct damage factor. And AOG only has 750, but Sansu on the other hand, it hits up to 5 targets and does 800 plus 200, which is very significant. Sansu is close to a legendary quality type of commander, to be honest. And if you put Diaochan as a second, which has 1600 if you put all the nukes together, plus Sansu's nuke AoE, so you're gonna hit 5 targets and you're gonna hit the target that you want to take down very strong with Diaochan. This pair of epic commanders will give you a lot of results. You'll have skill damage to even empower Diaochan as well. You have a little bit of healing from Diaochan, so I don't see a reason why you shouldn't try them together. Even Herman in Diaochan can also work. A lot of rage restoration, damage from Herman, damage from Diaochan. This can also work as well. My recommendation when it comes to the epic, you want to orient yourself and you want to try to use the epics that have high direct damage factor. Going on to pairings with the legendaries. Now, with what I'm going to test on the battlefield, you're going to see on the reports. I personally saw what I needed to see, so I didn't have to just go ahead and test her out with all the exiting commanders in Rise of Kingdoms. It wasn't needed. I also want to add, because I've done Ishida Mitsunari Commander Spotlight, I put him as a second in command with various other commanders. I wanted to see if Ishida is better than epics, and if you really want to know, you're gonna see that video. But Diaochan is superior by a mile over Ishida, by a mile, right? This is how good Diaochan it is. If you want to put her as a second in command to any kind of skill damaging commanders that you think or you want to put her as a second in command. Second to Guan Yu, yes, definitely works. Second to Edward. Edward works better with rage engine type of commanders that gives you a lot of rage restoration, because you want his powerful nuke to pop as fast as possible. So she will work with Edward, but much better option for Edward will be something that has some rage restoration. Ethelflaed and Diaochan, yes, can definitely work, but Ethelflaed is kind of support type of commander, so you pretty much want to put another support commander with her. That's kind of the pair that you want to make with Ethelflaed, but if you really want Diaochan, you can put Diaochan second to Ethelflaed. A lot of people told me to try it, because apparently Alex and Diaochan also works really great. You have shields and heal, so there's really nothing wrong in that. Genghis and Diaochan I used. Very great. I wanted to try Saladin and Diaochan, but we all know with Saladin pretty much almost everything works, right? Just how versatile Saladin is. El Cid and Diaochan, yes, you can definitely try it, because how bad can it be? You get 20% archer defense, you get the march speed, right? So you can have speedy archers, and then you get another 10% attack and defense from Diaochan plus some healing. So the combination, I would say, that is very nice. El Cid with Diaochan. Minamoto and Diaochan, definitely. I mean, all this additional damage that you can get from Minamoto and Diaochan and the skill talent tree, heal, attack, and defense, warlord to debuff, both peacekeeping. That's super crazy. Double C is a mobility commander, so don't really think Double C first, Diaochan second would work. YSG and Diaochan, yes, definitely, they can also work, but I think there's better utilities for YSG than just using her with Diaochan. Constantine is a support commander, like I was talking about Ethelflaed as well. So you want to put another support commander, a second to Constantine, maybe like John or Mulan or something like that, or probably an AoE commander if you want to go more damaging, like support and damage, someone like Mehmed, YSG, or someone that has a little bit of AoE, maybe even Sansu. Why not? Frederick is also made to be used as a second in command, not really working as primary, so there you have it. Any other commanders that I didn't mention, obviously with Ramses, which I even tried it and you're gonna see on the footage. Ramses and Diaochan, they've done amazing. Artemisia and Diaochan, I mean, think about that. Once you obtain her expertise, 400 times 3, and then you get another 400 times 4 from Diaochan, and then you get another 1,800 for Ethelflaed. I'm sorry, Artemisia. I got Ethelflaed in my mind for some reason. So plenty of options that you can use Diaochan with. Is just a very nice epic commander. It really surprised me that they introduced such a nice epic commander. And going back a little bit on the history of the recent epic commanders that they introduced, we have Matilda, which I had a lot of reports. I'm pretty sure the player is watching this video, which is driving me crazy about Matilda being very defensive with siege, and he's keep telling me to try it. But his levels of arcs and his levels of KVKs or Sunset Canyons, they are way different. I've tried Matilda on my alt to use her with siege. He's keep telling me with Richard, or well, Richard heals a lot, so it makes sense that she's very tanky. His point of view was the fact that it takes a very long time for her to go down, which I agree. It does. She's very defensive. It does go down very, very hard. You put the siege equipment and all that. But what's the point? I mean, I wouldn't be happy to heal siege, to even try them, or in arc. I mean, there's so many options that you can use. Rather than just using siege, I just don't see a reason, to be honest. So Matilda was amazing. Going back to what I was trying to point out, all the recent commanders that they are introducing, they are amazing. Like I was just mentioning about Matilda being very useful with the siege, defensive, and all that. And then we go to Keira. These are the last three epics that were introduced recently, or not so recently, but at least we are having epics introduced, which also has up to 1,000 damage factor, hitting 3 targets, AoE, and then attack and defense, which again is very amazing. And then you have skill damage increase. So imagine Diaochan with 80% skill damage bonus, because this has a chance, right? Diaochan does her damage over 4 turns, so there's plenty of chances that you can empower her damage with this from Keira. So Keira and Diaochan can just be another very nice pair. And on top of that, once you obtain her expertise, the targets also, it says targets also take damage over time, which is 200 times 2. So again, that's really amazing. Like 1400. That's a lot of damage packed. Pretty squishy, like no defense, going with Keira and Diaochan, for example. But hey, there's a lot of damage, right? So if you're very careful, then a lot of options you have on the table. Keira and Sansu can also work for more AoE capabilities. A lot of options, a lot of options with these epics, and the new epics are more and more powerful. Obviously, I have to mention about Lubu have enhanced skills, right? For example, when Lubu is with Diaochan, this buff it goes up to 120 attack, and Diaochan when he's with Lubu, they get double heal, which I already tested that. I showed it on the video when I had my first review about the commander. You know, New Kingdoms, KVK1, KVK2, Lubu amazing, but Diaochan very useful even until late game. Like I mentioned, if you don't have 10 legendaries to put on the field and you're still using epics, Diaochan would be one of them. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have a footage from Genghis and Diaochan hitting a fort. So I'm gonna compare about how much Genghis has done to the fort and how much Diaochan has done to the fort. I zoomed this in just so it looks a little bit better. So this is 69,100 from Genghis. Then 15,500 from Diaochan, 15,300, that brings us to about 31,000, which is going to make roughly numbers. This is going to bring us to about 46,000 from Diaochan, and we have another 14,500. And that kind of brings us to about 61,000 from Diaochan versus 69,000 from Genghis. So that's about 8,000 difference. Can you compare Diaochan with Genghis? Probably not, and most likely not. But if you add the numbers roughly, Genghis and Diaochan, I would say that she is very close, right? Genghis does 1,700 nuke, Diaochan does 1,600 altogether. Just an 8,000 difference. Genghis Khan also has his expertise, so that's why you cannot compare Genghis with Diaochan. And there you go, Genghis again. I'm just gonna play the rest of the video. It's just a lot of numbers from Diaochan and a lot of damage pack. I was pretty shocked, to be honest, about how much damage she can do together. All right, so here it is with Minamoto. All right, 100,000. We were lucky enough to get the second or the additional damage from Minamoto, which is about 190,000 damage, give or take 189,000 damage. Quite a lot. 190,000, let's just make it round. And then we get Diao-chan, which roughly it's about 98,000 from what I've seen altogether. If you compare with the initial damage from Minamoto, Minamoto just done slightly more damage. So I'm not talking about the additional damage from Minamoto with the chance, the 44,000. I'm talking about the 100,000 from the beginning from Minamoto. If you compare that, I would say the Diao-chan done kind of the same numbers with Minamoto, which sounds pretty crazy, isn't it? There's one more thing that we can take from this is that the skill talent tree, which we already know that there is clarity and there is all for one. That's pretty much 12 skill damage, 12% skill damage increase for the second in command. So you can also understand from this that smaller damages are always lower than a big damage. So you notice the big damage from Minamoto, which was only 1,400, and was the initial damage, it was way higher. It was 100,000, right? And then Diao-chan, which was boosted by All for One and Clarity, another 12%, it done way lower, about 97,000. But still, what I'm trying to point out is not just that. I'm trying to point out how much damage she's able to put out as an epic commander, which is really amazing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the footage from last night's ruins. That's why there's different Legend Ronnie right now in the background. I'm just gonna play this out. I'm just showing you the first pair that I've tried with Ramses with Diao-chan, because I know they both have healing, so I was like, why not? Why shouldn't Ramses and Diao-chan work? I'm gonna go ahead where the battle started, when I started to fight, and I'm gonna just show you the reports, because I did put all the reports in this video. So let's jump to the battle. When we started pushing, well, it's kind of a big of a murder ball. It's a little bit harder to tell, but you can see that I've tried to stay a little bit on the sides, and I was picking on infantry because it's still Ramses and Diao-chan and his archers. You can't just go into the middle of the murder ball. Yeah, so we pushed them at the gate. We created a murder ball over here, bigger murder ball. I'm at 260,000 march. So you can tell I'm 27 minutes into the video for how long I was able to survive just because of the small heals from Ramses and Diao-chan. Am I checking all the reports or just some reports? Let's see. All right, 2000, 2000. Look at that. Charles and Sansu, 3400 versus 1000. I mean, I'm using T5s, obviously, so probably some of these players are using T4. 500 to 2300. 1000, and this is with a 200k march, so it's not even a full march. Richard and Charles Martel, 3600. Those are T4. Let's see any better reports. Let's see some more reports. This is Richard and YSG, again tier 4, 2000, but this is a 200k march. Probably gonna go further down. You can see the smile on my face. You know, this kind of tells you that I'm a little bit alright with Diao-chan, the way she's doing. I went through all the reports. This is Richard and YSG. This is again tier 4. This is Richard and Julius, again tier 4. 6,100 severely wounded. Again tier 4. Let's see, did I hit any tier 5s? I mean, was not on purpose to only hit tier 4, to be honest. It was just what I see on the battlefield because I use simplified graphics. You can see the small heals, the heal on the report, which helps you stay longer on the battlefield because both have a little bit of healing. And whoa, look at that, Genghis and Mehmed, 18,800 severely wounded. We get some better. This is Richard and YSG. This is T5. All right, so I'm finally hitting a T5. Yeah, this is another T5. I got 3,700 and he got 13,000. That's Richard and Charles Martel, which is well known as being very defensive, right? Look at that, 277,000 March versus 236. I think that went pretty well. Oh, they asked for some reports about Diaochan. All right, because I told them that I'm testing Diaochan and they wanted reports. This is tier 4, Alex and Charles Martel. Yeah, this is when I was getting the full marks, so the reports are a little bit better. Look at that. Alex and Constantine. This is T5, 2,700 versus 11,200. Ramses and Diaochan. Pounding. Guan Yu and Diaochan. Let's see. The problem is with Guan Yu, he does AoE, so it's kinda hard to do a proper test with Guan Yu. I think with Ramses was the best test. If I would have done with Saladin or some other single target commanders, those are probably the best tests. But with Guan Yu, he does AoE. I didn't cross my mind, but hey, you can test it with Alex. Like I said, I heard a lot of good things about Alex with Diaochan. But this is single target damage over here, and I was hitting an Attila Takeda, a T5. No, I'm sorry, this is a T4 Attila Takeda. 10,000 severely wounded to 3,600. As power wise, it's almost equal, and I'm not sure he was hitting me. Maybe he was, I don't know. Maybe I was just hitting him from the side, but yeah, power wise is the same. It's just numbers that he got more severely wounded. Let's see further down, what do we get? That's a Richard and Alex. Again, a lot of small damages, a lot of AoE. This is against Guan Yu and Alex. That was a 290,000 march, and we swarmed it until it went down. I got 2,000, he got 6,000. There was some more further up. I kind of had to pay attention to get my march in as well, so a lot of micromanagement was required. Not very happy about the test with Guan Yu, and I think that's because there was a lot of AoE, a lot of murder ball. Maybe I was also targeted a little bit from the battle itself. I had to take down the sound because we were talking in voice chat. Yeah, they were just trying to stop us to take the ruins. It was crazy. Like we were just, having a lot of fun in the ruins yesterday, just swarming things out. And that was it with Diaochan. I haven't used her after that. So altogether, I think it's a very fun commander. I believe that Ramses and Diaochan kind of shown a lot of potential. They can definitely be even more tests, but I think there is enough tests to tell us that she is a great epic commander. If you have any more questions about Diaochan, you can definitely put them in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer them. Until next time, this is your boy Jeremy signing off. Peace out, y'all, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.